My name is Ed Pauley, and I was the first president of Adat Elohim. I think it was from 67 to 71, it was 2 terms. There were a couple of rabbis that we had at that particular time. One was a student rabbi by the name of Dolan. Can't think of his first name now. And then Fred Krinsky came in on a temporary basis. He was a professor of political science at USC, ordained as an Orthodox rabbi, but involved in the Reform movement. And he came out on Friday nights and Sundays to run the religious school and do the Friday night services. As a little background, when I moved here in, I forget, 61 or 62, there was no Reform temple. So we would attend services, I think it's Beth Torah up in Ventura. And the Benishes, the Greenspans, and the Pauleys had their children go to religious school and Hebrew school there. So on Sundays, one of the 3 would drive up, leave the kids, come back, and then go pick them up again. And during the week, there was one day for Hebrew school. The same thing happened, and we all took turns doing that. And while I was at Beth Torah, I was appointed to the committee to represent the temple at the Pacific Southwest Council, the UAHC. And so I had a chance to meet a lot of the people there that were involved in running the organization. And as Audrey reminded me this morning, we wanted to see if they would get a bus to pick up the kids and do it rather than us running back and forth all the time, but evidently that wasn't the case. So Audrey and the Greenspans and ourselves and a few other people, I don't remember all of them, met at Audrey's house and determined that we wanted to develop our own temple here. So with the contacts I had at the union, I invited out Rabbi Erwin Herman, who was the executive director. Dave Kaplan was the assistant. Bill Israel was active in the community in the UHC, and Jerry Berg, who was the executive director of Wilshire Boulevard Temple. And they came to our house, we had dinner, and then we invited over a number of people afterwards to discuss the idea of going forward with the temple. And the union agreed that they would, I guess, sponsor us or allow us to form a temple under the Reform Judaism. And Jerry Berg was kind enough to loan us $40 so we could buy stamps to mail an announcement out to everybody. And we had a meeting at the community center in the park at Shadow Oaks, and there were a number of people that showed up. I don't remember how many, and we agreed that we would go forward and form the temple. And so for the first period of time, and again, I don't remember how long it was, we held services in our backyard. And then somehow or other we got a relationship with the people at Hidden Trails Camp who agreed that we could, they would let us use their social hall, one of their little community rooms for services, and then on Sunday we could have different rooms in the main building for religious school. And that's where it got started. We didn't have a Torah, so Rabbi Herman arranged for us to get one of the Torahs from Czechoslovakia that were the Nazis had gathered to have a museum of an extinct race. And he got that for us, and that Torah is now still at the temple. Interesting aside on that, when Rabbi Krinsky was there was a fellow working for one of the Jewish organizations that was going to Australia, so he stopped at our temple one night for services and told us that he got a call one night about midnight from the rabbi at the Westminster Synagogue in London that they had all these Torahs coming in, and would he come down and help unload. Get a little emotional about this. Unload the Torahs and take them upstairs in a room and put them there where they could be fixed and given out to the community. And the Torahs came in wrapped in bloody rags and dirty underwear and shirts and just horrendous condition. And he told us about that, so we really treasure that Torah. My wife Ezra was like the secretary, and we had a mimeograph machine in the garage, and she took care of all the mailings and the announcements and all of those things, and it took a lot of time, but she did a great job. Anyway, we were holding services at the Hidden Trails camp. As an aside, the bathroom that we used was up by the swimming pool, and it didn't have a roof on it. So when it rained, parents would have to go out with an umbrella, hold it over the bathroom where the children went. And our wife had to do that for the girls. And one night, for some reason or other, one Friday, we went to Leo Beck Temple for services, and Meredith had to go to the bathroom, and they walked in, and she said, "Oh, Mommy, the bathroom has a roof on it." So that's one of the more humorous things that happened. After Hidden Trails, we were able to go to the, I think it was the Lutheran church that had another group meeting there, and they agreed that we could use the temple on Friday nights. And I forgot how we handled religious school at that time, but we would meet there on Friday night, and we had made a ark that is in the little room on the side of the temple now. We had that made, and my wife and I lined the inside, and on Friday nights we would have the ark facing outward with the Stars of David on it, and then after services it would be moved to the side and turned around so that the other religions could have their services. And then from there we acquired the land where the temple is now, and it started to grow from there on out. And I think the people that came after me have done an unbelievably fantastic job of building the temple to what it is now, and I'm really very pleased and happy to have played a part in getting it to where it is now. It wasn't the biggest issue, but getting a site and the religious school and relationships with the community. One of the issues we had was trying to get the board meetings ending because they would last till 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, and because everybody had something to say, and not having ever done this before, everybody had an idea what we should do, and I guess it turned out okay because we're here now with what we have. Um, Achieving the goals, I think that getting it started was the first goal, and I think what everybody else has done since then is, again, remarkable and great and good for the community. And I'm, as I say, I'm happy to be a part of it. Any
advice?
The only thing I can think of is just keep doing what you're doing so that it continues to grow and serve the community and the Jewish community. And as I said before, a great deal of the credit, of my credit, goes to Ezra for her help and support in getting this done. That's it. Thank you.